and I'm the CEO of Derric Danzel Davis Second Corporation, along with my husband, Derric Dave Senior, when it's time to boss up. Many times people get defensive when we bring up the subject about money. Truth be told, it's important. Don't forget to visit our website at www.ddd2c.biz, helping you grow. Now it's time for you to boss up like we do. Boss up. If you're looking for a great love romance book to read with some drama, check out my girl author J.J. Let Love Happen, which can be purchased at Amazon.com or www.jwrites.com, JAEWRITES.com. You can access her books there and also her books on Amazon. Buzzsprout is another great podcasting site where you can podcast for free. You get free minutes, but once those minutes start to run out, you have to pay your subscription. But the great thing about it is that after you make your 2 subscriptions payments, they're going to give you a $20 Amazon card that you can use on any purchase from Amazon, just for starting a podcast. So check out Buzzsprout, where podcasting is made easy. If you're looking for some great beauty products, especially for our black community, support our black queens. We do have Pulse Beauty Net, cosmetic supplies. They have from a wide range of products, and I've seen some great work from Pulse Beauty Net and clients posted on social media, and they've even been using these products to do like animated looks. So if you're like a artist, or you're doing like a casting show and you're looking for some great makeup to do some great work, check out Pulse Beauty Net, pulsebeauty.net. That's PULSEBEAUTY.net. They also have their own nonprofit where they give back to the community, which is called Pulse Beauty Cares. So check them out on Facebook. Check out their website at pulsebeauty.net. Welcome to episode 3, Illusion or Reality. When we're talking about illusion or reality, it's almost like you have to unlearn everything you've learned from birth, because everything we've learned have been programmed in our minds, have been a system, have been what has been promoted to us. And basically, we're at a point where we're not progressing, we're not growing, because we're in this system of illusion. So now it's time for us to come to a reality. Now, when we talk about illusion or reality, illusion is what we can't see. Reality is what you see in front of you, the things that are happening day to day. And we try to give you that vision for you to be able to see those things that are beyond your reality. Just seeing and knowing that you can reach a certain goal, you can reach a certain income. A lot of us just really don't have that vision when we're dream chasing and when we're working on our goals. We don't have that vision that we can see beyond our reality. And many people don't think that they can make $5,000 a day. Many people don't think that they can make $5,000 a month. But in this day and time, $5,000 is nothing a month. That is nothing. It's gone like on everyday bills and everyday living. For those of you that have kids, that are home and they're homeschooling, they don't have, you have to buy food for them. Grocery bill is now $1,000. And so what we're trying to do is give you that vision and help you be able to see beyond your reality. See that these things may be reachable. But the only way that you're able to see that these things are reachable is if you take action. Do your research. Find something, some business or some industry that's going to help you reach that goal, meet that ultimate goal. But for one thing I know is that nothing is for free. You have to work for everything in life. Nothing is for free. There are steps that you have to take. There is footwork that you have to do to meet these certain goals. But you just have to be willing to take those action steps in order for you to get to that destination. And for those that are willing to make those sacrifices and take those steps to get to that destination, those are the ones that are able to see beyond the illusion and get to that reality. And we also wanted to discuss our topic that was submitted from one of our audience guests. He wanted us to talk about how can we cope with what's going on today, things that we can do to cope with the coronavirus, things that we can do to cope with the racism, the race war that's going on. I don't want to say it's a race war. It's a war between good and bad, because we all know that there's good people in cultures and there's bad people in cultures. That goes for both white, black, Asian, whatever culture you may be. There's always going to be some bad seeds in there. But we must focus on the main goal. The main goal is equality. We must address the hate that's in our black communities, the black on black crime that occurs, the children, the little kids that are getting hit by stray bullets, just being in their home. They're being in a place where they're supposed to feel safe, a place where they're supposed to feel protected. Things that we can do to cope with what's going on in the world today. I want to talk about COVID-19. I know a lot of people are, feeling emotional. They're feeling like they're depressed because they really can't do the things that they used to do. We're living a new normal, so it's kind of hard for people that are used to certain situations to cope with what's going on. But what I tell people is that you can't let your emotions get involved, when it comes to anything that's going on. But just make sure that you're taking precautions and you're taking those measures that you need to keep yourself safe and your family safe. And don't be complacent about anything. Because a lot of times we get complacent and we're like, we don't think that it's reality, or we think that, it's just an illusion. People are not really getting sick. People are not really dying. But even though that might be in the back of your mind that all of this is just an illusion and it's not happening, still make sure that you're protecting yourself, because it hasn't hit your home. That's why it's not a reality to you. But make sure that you don't get complacent about what's going on, and that you take those measures in protecting your family at all costs. And a lot of times, We say, hey, that's our family. We're going to chill and hang with our family. But you got to be mindful that you don't know what that next person is doing, who they've been around, what type of functions they're having. So you just have to protect yourself. So I make sure that I am very strict about, having company at my house, very strict about going out, who I'm socializing with, because for the sake of my children, I have to make sure that they are protected, because if I'm out, I'm already an essential worker and I'm out working, I have to make sure that I'm using the safety precautions, keeping myself clean, wearing my mask, washing my hands every second, wiping everything down, because with the job that I have, being a police dispatcher, there's, different people coming in using the equipment. So we have to make sure that we're using those safety precautions so that we're not coming home and we're not bringing anything home to our family. So that's the major key. So when I go home and I come from work, I make sure that I jump straight in the shower and I clean myself. I take my clothes off and I tell my kids, don't touch me, don't hug me yet. Let me make sure that, I wash first and do everything that I got to do before you give me love and you give me hugs, even though they want to give you love and they want to give you hugs. And as far as like everything that's going on with the world and with the racism and everything, we just can't get caught up into our emotions. We have to stay focused on our goals. We have to stay focused on the main topic of what we're trying to see transpire in the black community. In order for us to see change, we also have to start from within the black community. We have to start within the black community, talking about the black on black crime and trying to come up with a solution that's going to solve that problem. Because a lot of times people don't respect you because you don't even respect your own, because you're out there killing your own kind. So we must address those issues that are going on in the black community. You must be very upset about the gun violence, about the killing that's going on in the black community, as well as the killing that's going on in the world. The white on black crime. But you also must be concerned about the black on black crime. And that's where it starts. Like they said, when you're building, it starts from home. So you have to start from your home first in order for you to see that change and get respected. So we must have that same energy that we have when it comes to white on black crime, when it comes to black on black crime in the community. But there are ways for you to still go out there, have fun, enjoy yourself with your family. You may not be able to do the normal outing that you do, but you can sit in your house and still use safety precautions. If you like to have a drink every now and then, have a drink, listen to your music. You can invite a couple of people over, but not too many people. And make sure that when you invite those people over, that you're using those safety precautions, that everybody's wearing their masks and you're using those distancing measures so that you can keep yourself and your family safe. And if you're going to have people come over, then you want to make sure that your kids are protected. They're not even in the vicinity of those people that are coming around. But there are ways to enjoy yourself. There are places that are open, but you still have to use those safety precautions. You still have to use those social distancing measures. You still have to be out there wearing your mask. You still have to be out there. You have some hand sanitizer on standby in your purse so that wherever you go, you're protecting yourself. Whatever you do, you're protecting yourself. Don't get complacent about this thing because it hasn't hit your home yet. So these are ways that we can cope with these situations and not let what's going on entirely in the world affect your reality. Don't let it affect what you're trying to do today, what you're trying to pursue. If you have a business that you're working on, if you have any goals that you're working on, a book, I know everything going on around you can seem depressing. It could put you in a depressing state. But you have to stay focused while everything's going on around you. And just try to not put all your emotions into everything that's going on. So right now we're going to get Juicebaby's perspective on the topic. We had one of our audience members submit a question. He wanted us to discuss how can we cope with what's going on today, the coronavirus, the racism that's going on. How can we cope with those things today?
That's a very interesting question. Today, hey, how's it going? How y'all doing? You already know it's your boy Juicebaby in the building, bringing you that real. You already know what time it is. But you already, it is what it is, man. You keep your eyes open. You keep your ears open. You know what I mean, to the information that's going on. Where the virus coming from, what the virus do, how the virus mutating. So, I mean, it's just staying aware of what's going on. That's one way to cope with the virus, staying aware of what's going on, you know. Take the proper precautions. Keep your hands sanitized, mask on when you're out in public. You understand? So, we got to follow the protocols from that point, you know, and then social distancing. And then staying, you know, committed to your families and keeping contact with your moms and dads and people who are far distance away from you. Making sure you go check up on them, man. You know what I mean? Check up on your parents, sisters and brothers and stuff like that. Because of the pandemic, you know, we always find reasons to stay away from each other, but that's one reason to go check up on your parents, make sure they're doing good, especially the ones that's, you know, sick. And just, you know, that's one way I could say that we could just be aware, man. Stay aware of what's going on in life, what's going on around you in that area. So that's all I can say about that, because I don't know about viruses in that angle. I've been studying, but to the point of, you know, they say when you're immune to certain diseases, you know what I mean, and then some people not immune, so you know what I mean, then the vaccine is for people to get a, you know, your body can get at least knowing that something's been attacked, like a foreign disease, you know, be get inside your body, you know what I mean? So all these things are protocols, so we're taking the proper steps. And you know, I got, you know, man, you gotta have your faith and your heart behind real, you know, knowledge and information that's gonna push, you know, this pandemic forward, because after the fact, how long it's gonna be. So it's a lot of ways to cope with this, you know, mentally. Just stay grounded in reality, right? And that's, you know, point blank is what's conscious, what's around you. Do stuff that you know you need to do. You know, don't try to go out your way if you don't need to, but stay protected, you know what I mean? Because you might be immune to it and your child might not. You understand what I'm saying? All of us got different blood types and stuff. So one thing I say, stay safe, stay out of people's face. You know, if you do, you know, come into a gathering, you know, make sure everybody's sanitized before they come in, and make sure y'all, you know, do what y'all need to be screaming.
And there you have it. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Boss Up Visual Podcast. It's your girl Shiketa D Days.
Boy, Juicebaby.
And it's time to boss up. So when it comes to reality and illusion, what's your perspective on that?
Wow. Yeah, that go back to being, you know, magic and musicians and magicians and all that good stuff. But my take on reality is everybody's reality is not the same, man. I mean, reality that it's a sun in the sky, you know, we all share the same. I mean, we all share similar realities to the nature point of view, trees and plants and everything. But the upbringing is reality is different. Some people reality they woke up in curry hell, you know what I mean? Mom and dad was on crack. They was you know, pimping and drugging or anything. You got another person reality, they grow up in a comfortable home and their parents strict, they can't go nowhere, you know what I mean? So everybody's reality is different to a point of a person who rich, who wealthy. They don't wake up in the same, mind state, but we all got the same heartbeat to the point in the same blood in the veins to actually do and accomplish the same goals, but it may be a little harder for a lot of us, you know what I mean? Or it may take more time for a lot of us, but I feel like if we put together, in this reality, the illusions that we create for one another, we can share, because that's what most of it is, because an illusion is more likely something that appears to be, but it's not really what it is, you understand? But people can live inside an illusion, you know what I mean? And actually benefit from the illusion to the point of a person's mind frame, because you gotta really look at it. Every idea that is upon this earth, not talking about the trees and the nature, I'm talking about what man has done, came from the mind of a man. A chair, with the chairs we sitting on, pillows. This concept made it came from the cloud, right? But at the same time, we as man, we bring people into our life, and then you gotta understand we have dreams, real dreams. You go to sleep and you be into different dimensions in your dreams, and you see different things, and you might be able to remember those dreams and have the fun to actually come back to this side of life and really expand on what you dream. That's why Shakespeare and a lot of people who make movies, those are considered illusions. You understand what I'm saying? And then you can actually make illusion. People can live in illusions. You understand what I'm saying? And probably an example of that is the street life. Street life is an illusion, bro. It's real. Get out there, but it ain't nothing tangible. Like, it's something holding weight to it where it can crumble at any time. Once martial law and all that stuff come about, man, the street illusion come on, dog. You understand what I'm saying? So the control is us as people, that we control what we listen to, what we eat, what we drink. You understand what I'm saying? What we put in our system, because that's what we're gonna project out. So the illusion is when you're looking at a TV show and you think that you can play that part, and that actually is not a real character, but they portraying people. Actually, they take information from real life situations, but then they put a little spin to it, like a cartoon. You know what I mean? You can hit your head and your head pop, bust, and then pop back. It's like an illusion. So in our frame of thought, you know what I mean, we go through a lot of illusions. You know what I mean? When we actually put ourselves through illusions, when we thinking our significant other cheating on us, or them parts of illusions. Just something happening in your mind.
Right,
it's illuminating
exactly.
in your vision, but it ain't really what it is. Because we are manipulated in so many ways. So many people and so many entities got hands on how we think. And if you ain't grounded and being centered in a certain fashion, then you can be manipulated through so many forces. You understand what I'm saying? So they can be able to feed off of your energy. So you understand? We can go deep on it, and we gonna go deep. We're gonna do an actually episode, probably 30-minute to an hour episode on illusions, myths, reality. You understand what I'm saying? So we can understand the value systems of these communications, because that's what we're doing. We're communicating in different vibrations, what you call it, because you can hear my voice. My voice is doing what? Making sounds and it's vibrating, and we understand those codecs, so we can understand one another. You understand what I'm saying? So we're coming at y'all once again, Juicebaby. Y'all make sure y'all log in, check on. We're gonna leave the description in the box at the bottom. Y'all go ahead and follow me on Instagram, follow me on Facebook, and follow me on YouTube. You understand? Twitch. I'm a gamer too, so that's a little. You got a lot of stuff coming out though. You understand what I'm saying? We got some packages coming. Sell life insurance. We do what we do. So y'all patronize us. We patronize y'all. Support us. We gonna support y'all. You understand what I'm saying? It's take a village to raise a child, man, and that's real deal, bro. Information come from all over. So illusions, you can create illusions of dreams, and reality we live in is a dream world. You know what I mean? Because you don't live without rest. So when you do rest, you go into another dimension. Honestly, you understand what I'm saying? Even if you remember that dream or not, and some of that information that you go into them other dimensions, when you go to sleep, you can bring back into this reality. You understand what I'm saying? So everybody should keep focused, and this is what they call it reality, but this is physical reality or spiritual reality. You understand what I'm saying? People say that it ain't spirit, but people say it ain't soul. You know what I mean? But I take information, like they say, chew the meat and spit out the bone. So y'all tune in.